Hi guys, DFC here. Just a quick video on thoughts and impressions of my fairly new Patriot Ordnance Factory Revolution 308 rifle. So I've had it a couple months. Finally took it out to my club yesterday. Of course, it was a 30-degree day, and it's amazing how cold my fingers got. And I'm not new to cold weather, and cold weather doesn't typically bother me, but my fingers were cold. I have a Leupold VX5 HD scope, 3 to 15, 44 objective lens. Atlas BT46 bipod, so this is the one where the feet don't turn. It's got the American Defense quick detach. So that's the two things I've added to it. Nothing else. The Leupold is on a Bobro quick release mount. Bobro is my favorite quick detach mounts by a long shot. And actually the Atlas bipod had a LaRue on it. I don't like the way LaRues engage the rail and carve the rail up, but that's just me. I much prefer the American Defense. Doesn't carve your rail up. It's a little bit heavier, but I've had really good luck with those. So I'll set this down here. So the way I have it configured, it weighs 10 pounds 8 ounces with one empty 25 round PMag in it. So 10 pounds 8 ounces. By contrast, my BCM with the enhanced lightweight cold hammer forged barrel, ACOG 4x RMR Magpul offset sights, weighs 7 pounds 6 ounces with an empty Lancer 30 round mag. So it's about 3 pounds heavier than my AR-15. So that's totally acceptable to me, and I think you put a big scope like that and a bipod, it's going to be heavy. So the textbook weight on it is 7 pounds 3 ounces. I found naked it weighed 7 pounds 6 ounces on my scale. So either way, when I picked it up at the gun shop, I opened the box up and I like the looks of it. It looks great, and who doesn't like getting a new gun? I picked it up and I had an expectation of the weight of a 308 AR-10 rifle. They're a little heavy, so I picked it up and that thing was feather light. And I'm not going to say it's not as light as an AR-15. And it's sort of build up. It's sort of build as AR-15 size, and it pretty much is. If you watch the Big Shooterist videos, he's got 6 or 7 of them. They're great videos. Great content. He's got range footage. He's got all the technical data and all that. And I'm just going to kind of blather on about it, so I'm not going to really give you technical specs on it, but it yeah, I was pretty impressed with it. So shooting wise, it shoots great. I put it on paper at 25 yards because I didn't bore sight it, and it was in one hole at 25 yards, so big deal. So we sighted it in, and then I brought it to the 100, and at my club we can go all the way up to 400, but there was a lot of people there, and so I just kind of got on the 100, but I was basically one-holing it at 100, and I was shooting Spear 168 grain soft point, so I guess it'd be a hunting round. Gold dot. 308, 168 grain soft point. So the gun like these rounds. So anyway, aside from the fact that it's really light, so that a couple years ago I decided I wanted a 308, and I just wanted to buy one. I didn't want to have 10 like I have AR-15s. So I thought, okay, I'm going to buy exactly what I want. Well, that's not totally true, because I would really like a JP Enterprises, but you're looking at 4 to 5 grand, and I didn't want to go there. So I wanted a sort of a high-end production. I sort of settled on SIG 716, which I really like, and I still do like. And then they came out with the Gen 2 about the same time the the Revolution came out. I think it was like around March this year. I don't know if that's shot. Does that shot show? I'm not all synced up on the timeline, but as soon as the Revolution came out, and I watched Big Shooterist videos, I was convinced. So at that point, I'd never even handled one. I never did handle one until I actually bought this. Picked it up at my local gun shop, and like I said, I picked it up and it was just unbelievably light. So that's the story there. I have handled and shot SIG 716 Gen 1, and they're heavy. And they have a quad rail. I don't want a quad rail. I don't want to spend that much on a rifle and change things out. So that's one nice thing. I'm not going to change a thing on that rifle. The trigger's fantastic, the charging handle's fantastic, the bolt carrier group's fantastic, the muzzle device is everything's good to go. The handrail is very comfortable. It's M-lock, which I prefer. I don't mind key mod, but ever since a regular guy, Chris, had mentioned that key mod looks like a row of penises, I can't get that out of my head. Here, I'll show you guys. So I'll ruin you guys. So that looks like a row of penises on my foregrip. Which I don't care, I guess. I'd rather have M-lock, but I'm not gonna upgrade. I don't even know if it's an upgrade. Supposedly it's a stronger interface, that's fine. I'm not a tactical level 1 tactical operator, so I don't typically hang a bunch of crap off my rifles anyway, so anyway, the Leupold scope is fantastic. It's got the Impact 29 reticle, and I might do a separate video on that, but it's not illuminated, and I think it's a high end, it's the low end of the high end scopes, if that makes any sense. It's got full lifetime Leupold warranty, which I wanted, and I kind of like the fact that doesn't have an illuminated reticle, and the glass is perfect. And like I said, I'm not a level 1 tactical operator, so I probably won't be shooting it at night. And low light, I shot kind of late yesterday, and there hasn't been sun here in days, so it was pulling in light, and I didn't have any problem at all. And I like the crispness of a non-illuminated reticle at distance, so I don't have that blooming. Even my ACOG can, and that's the ACOG with the fiber optic, so I can kind of cover that up. A lot of guys do, but even at distance, the reticle can be too much. So I do like the fact that it's not illuminated, and it's got 29 MOA clicks up basically, and right. So I'm pretty happy with it. I don't really have anything else to add. My club sort of shoots. They have shooting houses, and they have sort of these round culverts that you shoot out of. So you're sort of inside this round concrete culvert shooting out into dirt mounds. The reason I bring that up is that all the sound comes right back at you. It's quite concussive, and it's not uncomfortable or anything. It's just confining. And the reason I say that is I have land up north, or my family has land up north, and we have a 100-yard range, and we actually can stretch it out to 200 yards. So we're outside, and I have steel at 50 and steel at 100, and I guess the point is I want to get that up there and get outside and do some double, triple taps and just send a lot of lead down range. I was just doing one shot at a time basically with this. So, but it shot great, and it kicks a little more than an AR, but it kicks less than a lot of 308s I've shot. But anyway, that's about all I have. Can't really think of anything else. Let me look at my list. It's got a single stage trigger. It's a POF trigger. It's a drop-in. Comes standard on it. It's awesome. 4.5 pounds. I don't have a pull gauge, but it feels about like that to me. Fantastic trigger. There's nothing lacking on the gun, and that's why I don't mind spending a lot of money on it. because I don't have to get a new fore end, I don't have to get a new trigger, I don't have to get a new stock, any of that stuff. So, but it is funny. One thing I will say is that it's got the minimalist stock. So the Mission First Tactical, which everybody has seen these everywhere. I love it. It's got just enough cheek rest that it's just perfect. It's how I need something to get my fat face on, and this sucker is light. It weighs 5 ounces on my scale. It's funny. So as soon as I got this, that's the first Battlelink stock that I've had. I immediately bought 2 more and put it on my main rig. Put it on my main BCM rig, and then this is my close quarters rig right here. Boom. Both of them have the Battlelinks. They're I like them that much, and they weigh. I think they both were wearing BCM gunfighter stocks. So now I have a drawer full of these things. These are great stocks too, but they weigh almost 9 ounces, so they're almost twice as much as those, as the Mission First Tactical. I do have some range footage. I'll roll that in, I think, at the end. It's not very much. I had this tripod, the world's cheapest tripod, that just sucked. So, like I said, I was in that concrete tube, and the concussion from each shot would just blow this thing over. So, I'm going to have to do some serious trimming and cutting and pasting on that to post anything. I think you could see my hands were frozen, and so I was having a hard time operating the mag release and the bolt release, and I was kind of all thumbs in there. I was having a hard time manipulating the scope turrets. So I'll roll that probably in at the end. So anyway, DFC signing out. Yeah. How about left, right? Should I bring it right a little bit? Should I bring it right a little bit?
Yeah, maybe 8 clicks.
8? 2 MOA? Or 200-yard MOA? Cocksucker. Can't read that. So right, so 8 clicks. Alright, that's 8. Dead nuts on, baby. Oh yeah. Let's go hot on this cock.